Welcome back to the King's Daughters, Filles du Roi of early New France. In our first episode, we introduced King Louis XIV's ambitious project to populate the struggling colony of New France. Today, in episode 2, we delve deeper into the lives of the young women who would answer this call, exploring who they were before they became the Filles du Roi. The research for this video series, much like the YouTube channel, was inspired by the author Seren Desri's work on the historical fiction novel The Point of No Return. For those interested in different tales, the other channel and playlist, A Tenacious Grasp on Reality, explores themes from her gothic ghost novel of the same name. You can find both books on Amazon and Audible. Now, let's journey back to 17th century France. The France of the 1660s was a land of stark contrasts. While the court of the Sun King, Louis XIV, glittered with unprecedented opulence at Versailles, the reality for the vast majority of his subjects was far from glamorous. This was a world defined by rigid social hierarchies, widespread poverty, and limited opportunities, especially for women. It was from this challenging environment that nearly 800 young women would emerge. The king's decree forever altered their paths. They came from various regions, but the heart of the recruitment effort was Paris and its surrounding Île-de-France, as well as the coastal region of Normandy. Contrary to later, more romanticized myths, these women were not swept from the streets or prisons. Instead, they were often from what was termed the respectable poor. Many were orphans, having lost one or both parents to the era's frequent famines, diseases, or wars. They were housed in charitable institutions, such as the Hôpital-Général de la Salpêtrière in Paris, a massive complex established to care for the city's poor, orphaned, and destitute. For these young women, the future was uncertain. Without a significant dowry, their prospects for a favorable marriage were slim, and life often meant domestic service, grueling manual labor, or a lifetime of dependence on the church or charity. However, not every fille du roi or king's daughter was an orphan driven by desperation. For some women, the call to New France represented a rare chance for adventure and upward social mobility. They were daughters of artisans, minor officials, or daughters of French soldiers, who saw the New World as an escape from the rigid constraints of French society. They possessed a spirit of resilience and a desire to build a life for themselves, a stark contrast to the predetermined paths laid out for them in France. The king's offer was more than just a passage across the Atlantic. It was an opportunity for a fresh start. To ensure the success of his colonization project, King Louis XIV provided a crucial incentive: a royal dowry. This king's gift typically amounted to around 50 livres, but it could sometimes include practical items such as clothing, a sewing kit, and household necessities. While 50 livres may not seem like a fortune, it was a substantial sum for a woman of humble origins, often equivalent to a year's wages for a laborer. This dowry instantly elevated their status, making them attractive brides for the male settlers in Quebec, who were often themselves of modest means. It was a pragmatic and powerful tool, transforming a woman's future from uncertainty in France to promise. The selection process was methodical and discerning, overseen by officials like the Intendant of New France, Jean Taleng, and recruiters in France. Potential candidates had to be single or, in some cases, widows. The average age of the selected women was around 24, but they ranged from girls as young as 12 to women in their early 40s. Each candidate was scrutinized for her moral caliber and physical robustness for the time period. A letter of reference, usually from a parish priest or the head of their convent or orphanage, was essential. This letter served as a testament to her good character, piousness, and suitability for the rigors of colonial life. They were not just sending women, they were sending the founding mothers of a new society, and their character was deemed paramount. Join us next time in episode 3 as we embark on the perilous journey itself. We'll explore the treacherous Atlantic crossing, the conditions aboard the ships, and the mix of fear and hope that these brave women must have felt as they left their entire world behind for the vast, unknown wilderness of New France. Thank you for watching.